Intelligence is very good if you have it, most probably, in most terror attacks in the world. They didn't have intelligence. They have, after the event, they could go and see and look for possible hints that they could have used. For us, when something happens at the airport, it's like somebody saying a word, and everybody are running according to protocol and responding, and there are people to know how to hunt the possible terrorists, and there are people pre-designed what to do with the crowd. Crowd refers to civilians in city. What to do? You can tell them, run over there, but maybe you bring them to a more dangerous place. We don't know yet, yesterday event in London, why this woman jumped over the Thames. Maybe she was pushed by the vehicle or by just panic. Somebody is panicking and shoving her from the bridge to the Thames River. But if you have people that knows what to do in mass crowd areas like stadiums, like theaters, like opera house, and so, then most probably the panic would be controlled, because people look for somebody with responsibility and with authority to tell them what to do. So this is a part of it. The key element in that is to drill, and to drill a lot. We have personal drilling for people that carry security jobs, same like in the city should have. Many around the year. But we have few that are tabletop exercises that everybody participating, every stakeholder, if we think that the important thing is to bring the water plant guys or the electricity guys in and ask them question in a security drill, then we do that. If we need to drill the managing director of the airport, which is actually the mayor of the campus, because an airport acts like a town. We've got our power electricity, generators, we have water supply, we have sewage handling and garbage handling, we've got roads, we've got traffic, we've got mass transportation. All this should be in our minds when we come to think, what are we going to do? Now, scenarios can be flat, very simple ones, so people would feel confident in their chairs. And they can be very complicated. So at least at that drill or at that tabletop exercise, they will sweat. But then again, when the surprise would come, it would be less of an imminent surprise. It's easy to work in an environment that I'm working in. Why? Because everybody are working in a shift framework. And after initial shock is over, let's say the dust of an earthquake or something like that would be, I don't know, 1-2 minutes after that, everybody would raise up their eyes and look for their supervisors and would wait to get any commands or any instructions. Things like that, when we transfer it to the city environment, they say, hey, that's not an army. You don't give commands to the mayor, you don't give commands to the water people. Well, yes, if they understand that this is what's important, if they understand that. Now, whenever a city is preparing itself to tackle emergencies, I think there's ways to convince the public that you are really preparing, and by that you gain part of public confidence. They will tolerate some restrictions if it's an emergency, but they need to know that you are the professionals who lead the event. They need to know that, and by that, part of it is we do it in the airport with every employee of the airport, for instance, not only security, but just about everybody from duty-free agents to ground handling. We brief them all to the concept of see something, say something. And we get lots of information from them because they live the routine. They know what is odd. If somebody from our employees would say, listen, I've got a car that is parked in not in a proper manner, we will be there under a minute, and we will investigate. And that kind of cooperation between public to command and control center or city command and control center, and eventually the boots on the ground, either the policeman or auxiliary force or local security or you name it, even just an official from the city that comes and later on use technologies like was shown by reportee here or by Thalas, use some of these technologies, then it would be a very efficient solution, and we will save lives. Sorry for not having the presentation. I had some very nice things. The cable is dead. It's not my cable. Okay. You'll get, I offer a private lesson after that. We will go one by one if you need. It is a serious thing. Regulators can be persuaded or directors or directed. Politicians can be directed to allow you to operate at least the minimum operation that you need. And there are no excuses for none of us. Thank you very much.